lot of times I'll find thousands and thousands of dollars worth of damage on the inside of the house for something that could have been fixed and avoided with a $10 fix like this.
Licensed home inspector who's helped thousands of homeowners decide if houses are safe, sound, worth buying. And he's had a career that has spanned 27 years in construction and inspection, which I find hard to believe because he looks 27.
Yeah, a little older.
So take it away.
What I'm going to explain is downspouts and gutters and whatnot.
Gotcha.
A little, right here. This is an extension to a downspout. So over here we have a gutter system that comes across. It goes to a downspout here. And a lot of times I'll find thousands and thousands of dollars worth of damage on the inside of the house for something that could have been fixed and avoided with a $10 fix like this. So I'll bring this over here.
$10.
$10. This is an extension that just slides on just like this underneath here, right? Goes on like that. The point is you want the water to come down and divert away from the house at least 6 feet. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is the water is going to come down here and it's going to work its way right back into the foundation.
Into the foundation of the house, right? So you're just trying to divert it.
Divert it away.
In a way that so the ground can absorb.
Exactly. And this is something that anybody can do.
It's $10.
Anybody. $10. $10.
My husband could do that, and John does no DIY of any kind.
Decking systems. I find this all the time. Rotted wood on decking systems like this one that you see right here. Now, this is something that any homeowner can check for, can fix themselves. You get a screwdriver, you walk around your house, you look at your decking system, you can poke at the wood. Now, if the wood looks like this, obviously it's shot. So some people see this and they're like, oh, we have to replace the entire decking system, but that's not the case. You could just replace the planks itself. So if you take a plank like this that's completely rotted and shot, and you don't want to fall through this, God forbid, you can go to your local hardware store again and get yourself a piece of pressure-treated wood, just like this one you see here.
Right.
This one sits in place.
Drop it in.
Drop it in place, and you have your stain.
Your stain of choice, there you go.
And you put it on there, and you can do whatever color you like. You have this color here.
Bang, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. And this will let it last for a long time. It's called home maintenance.
All right, what are we looking at now?
Railings and balusters. The right way to do it, the wrong way to do it. Now, the reason why I say that, you have the right height. We're at 36 inches over here. This is fine with the height. The baluster spacing is about 4 inches here. You always want the baluster spacing to be 4 inches or less. And the reason behind that is if you're a little kid, little kids love to do
of course,
this.
It's dangerous.
And if they get their head stuck, which happens, they get their head stuck in there, or...
Animals, too. I've seen animals get trapped.
Yeah, like my little Rosie, my little Cavapoo, she'll get stuck inside there. You can't have that, you know?
Well, and we have a pretty large dog. She's 80 pounds. Like, she could easily get stuck in here.
Yeah.
You know, halfway through or something.
Yeah. And a lot of times people buy older homes, and this wasn't like a code issue back then, but now it is a code issue. So you want it to be this way.
That's a good thing that they added it to code.
You know, if you have this, let's say you have a decking system and there's like a 10-foot drop, or you have a railing, a baluster, you have a 10-foot drop to your first floor, little kids will just slide right through.
How does that work if you're a contractor? How often do you get updates? How often do you educate yourself on code changes and stuff?
Contractors should be going to school, you know, yearly. As a home inspector, we have to go to 24 hours of continuing ed every 2 years.
Gotcha.
You know, and we go there, and it's a refresher course, basically what it is. But the best part, like...
To get the updates.
Yeah, you have to, because if you don't, you're going to be in this error when you should be in this error here.
And that way.
Yeah.
Is there just one general tip before you're going to buy a home, or your biggest tip for a soon-to-be prospective homeowner?
This is a big one. So if you're going to buy a home, first of all, you never waive a home inspection. Never waive a home inspection. Always have a home inspector come in and tell you what's wrong with the house. Now, if you're going to buy a home, you have to obviously figure out your budget, whatever your budget's going to be, and ask your real estate agent, how old is the boiler before you even go into contract, before you have a home inspector go? How old is the boiler, the hot water heater, the cooling system, the roofing system? Is there a buried oil tank in the yard? That's huge. I mean, if there's a buried oil tank, it could cost $5,000 to $100,000 to have it removed. Like, God forbid, it leaked all the way down. Yeah. So these are big ticket items.
And how do we find the right home inspector? Should you do you interview them? Is there a listing somewhere, a directory?
There are directories, yeah. There are. You go online. I mean, you can do like a Google search. You can look for people online as well. Real estate agents have a good database of friends, family.
So they can help guide you.
They can guide you, but always ask the home inspector. Say, hey, you know, are you going to go on the roof? Are you going to test the heating system, the cooling system? Are you going to look for termites, mold, asbestos? You know, what are you going to do? How long is it going to take for you to, you know, to finish this job? What kind of report are you going to give me? You know, those are all like basic questions you can ask beforehand.
Cool. He's the best, huh? Thank you so much, Giselle.